Hello, hello, hi. Welcome to Bare Bones Kitchen. Hello, kitchenettes, kitchen littles, and kitchen nuggets. I am your culinary coach, Harmony. Cheers. Rocking that Corona tonight. And I thought, maybe, just maybe, I'm going to attempt some street tacos. Now, I know they're not going to be good as good as some of your street tacos, especially because I have some professional taco people that follow me, so, but here's the deal, I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a whirl. And I know Taco Tuesday was yesterday, but every day can be Taco Tuesday if you try hard enough, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying hard enough tonight, you guys. So I'm going to do my best attempt at a fresh pico. I have my pork here that I actually put in my crock pot. I'm going to show you that. I put it in my crock pot this morning. Of course, the little title on the label said pork verde. It's honestly, you guys, just little chunks of pork. Okay, it's really inexpensive, and I like to have it in my freezer. So I thawed some of that out yesterday. This morning I threw it in my crock pot on low, 6 hours. My crock pot has a setting that actually just keeps it warm after it's done doing its due. So that's what I did. I threw some onions in there. My trifecta, of course, my salt, my pepper, my Weber's. I threw in some chipotle. I threw in a little bit of onion and some of Zane's new favorite. I can't even attempt to try to slaughter this poor man's name, but it's a Creole seasoning, okay? So that's what I put in my meat. That's what I put in my meat. I did turn on my stove so I could warm up my little street taco tortillas, because I am definitely not talented enough to try to make tortillas by hand, especially not in this amount of time. I'm sure with some guidance I could be saved from that, but the grocery store is a beautiful thing sometimes, you guys. You just gotta roll with it. Sometimes it's okay to just roll with it, okay? And I also have some help from La Victoria because, you know, I love this green taco sauce. It's like one of my favorites. Anyways. All right. And yes, I'm going to put all of this on this little taco. All right. So I have one jalapeno that I pre-cut up. We're going to toss that in this little bowl. And I did that ahead of time because I'm honestly, you guys, I was feeling antsy. I was feeling like, oh my gosh, I have to prep something. I just can't go in here unhinged. That's not going to work. I have my little bundle of cilantro, and I'm just going to take some of this off of there. Just remember, okay, you guys, I am making my pico with one tomato, okay? So, because Zane's not going to eat this. If you've been here long enough, you know. And for me, I'm going to like gorge myself on it right now, and then I'm going to be done. So I don't tend to do things that are crazy wild. So tell me in the comments, are you a cilantro person? Zane, when I brought up cilantro, Zane was like, I don't like cilantro. I said, does it taste like soap? He goes, I don't know what soap tastes like. I'm like, of course you don't know what soap tastes like. He says, yeah, I have a cool mom. I'm like, well, what kind of wheels are you greasing there, my friend? What kind of wheels are you greasing? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of washing the mouth out with soap. I'm not saying I haven't, because I probably have. I'm sure one of my 2 older children can attest to that at some point. But, yeah, not a huge fan of that. I remember when Jasmine and Tyler were little, we actually, I lived with a roommate, and he was the cousin or uncle, the uncle of my daycare lady, and so sometimes we'd have the daycare kids up, and when I wasn't working, I would help out with the daycare kids. And there was a gal that literally poured, you guys, Dawn dish soap into her son's mouth. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, you're going to pay for that later, lady, because he's going to be poop, scoot, and boogie. Poop, scoot, and boogie. Yeah. And I don't even remember what he did, but she was very upset about it, so she washed his mouth out with soap. Now, when I was a kid, it was not liquid soap, okay? It was literally a bar of soap. And so, yeah. Anyways, that was my little side story for tonight. So Zane says he doesn't like it, and that was that. All right, so I have, I don't know, 2 tablespoons here. Again, I'm only using 1 tomato. So I'm always going to eyeball this kind of stuff. The downside to cilantro is once you cut it, it kind of gets everywhere. All over the place. All right, I do not have a white onion. I have a sweet onion. And it had a little booby. It had a little booby, a little buoy, little owie. So I just cut it off of there because I guess I was, you know, sidetracked by being on the phone with my daughter when I was at the grocery store. So I'm just going to do a small dice on this. If you are not a fan of onions, I do not know what to tell you. I kind of feel like that's a certain to have. You can slice them really thin. How about that? Not going to get too crazy because, again, I only have 1 tomato. So I have a little chunk left, a little bitty of a chunk. And I'm only going to use half of this because I'm going to use the rest for the top of my tacos. Duh. The only thing I did not get, and I as soon as I got home, I heard my lovely friend Francisco in my ear going, "You forgot the radishes. You forgot the radishes, and you only have a little chunk of lemon or lime that was stored in your fridge with grapefruit." So this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun little ditty right here. All right, and then we have I have a Roma tomato. Again, just using 1 because it's just me. How are you all today? You know, this morning, you guys, it started out so freezing ass cold that I wore jeans to work today. Actually turned my heater on that is under my desk at work because I was like frozen to the bone. Frozen. Thought about grabbing a cup of coffee just to warm myself up. Opted to not do that. But holy cow. And then this afternoon, I swear to all of the gods above that every single person on the freaking road wanted to just taunt me with the fact that I did not wear shorts to work today. So they were literally doing like either right at the speed limit or just under. And I just thought, oh my gosh. And my word of the year was like patience. And I was thinking, bitch, you failed again today because you are definitely not patient. Then I went to the little vape store down the street from my house, and there was this funny little old man in there when I walked in. Well, he wasn't a little old man. He was a very tall, slim man. And it was hilarious because he was asking the people that run the little vape store if there was weed in their pens, and they were like, no, that's not this kind of store. That's not how we're rolling over here. And I don't have enough of my fresh lime, so I'm using some of this lime. And they were like, yeah, no, this is not that kind of store. You have to go a couple doors down, because welcome to Washington, that's why. But I went to go pay for what I was buying. We're going to rock some salt here. And he says, oh, let me get out of the way. There's somebody that actually knows what they're doing coming in. Which I thought was funny because, you know, it just was. My dishwasher's going, so I have no spoons. We're going to rock a fork. All right. Oh, well, you know, that didn't turn out so bad. I definitely am not a professional pico maker. I probably could have used another tomato, but you know what? It's going to work for me. It's going to work for me. I am absolutely okay with that. Absolutely. All right. Now, moving on, I'm actually going to cut these little limes just so I have them ready to go. They're probably going to taste like grapefruit too, but it is what it is. If you got fresh limes, you're going to use fresh limes anyways, right? You guys don't care what I'm eating, right? All right. Get this bad boy open. Woo, graduation time, Father's Day time. What's everybody doing? What's everybody doing? Okay, I'm gonna wrap 4 of them. 4. And I'm just gonna heat them up. I'm gonna set these here. My done plate is gonna be there. Move those out of the way. I'm just gonna like run them across this hot ass stove top. I don't have it very high. It's just at an 8. But I'm just gonna flip it as I go, and that's gonna make these little guys more pliable. If you're doing this on a grill, great for you. Great for you. My grill is not working. And that's it. We're just warming them up. That's what we're doing. We're warming them up. Because they taste so much better when they're warmed up. Well, that guy's going to be a little difficult because it's got a little bendy in it. A little bendy. I always love doing this because it makes my kitchen smell good. Okay, maybe it just smells good to me, and that's fine. And that's fine. So we got grads and dads coming up. My daughter so gently reminded me this afternoon that Zane will be graduating next year, and what are we going to do for him, and is he going to want a party? Of course he's not going to want a party. I said even when it's his birthday he doesn't want a party. He just wants people to like drop gifts at the door and run. Yeah. So that'll be fun and exciting. My niecey will also be graduating next year. This year I don't think I have anybody close to me this year besides just friends, kids that are graduating, but not like any nieces or nephews or direct folks that are graduating. So if you have that, congratulations to your grad. That's awesome. It's a hell of a feat, you guys. It's a hell of a feat. All right, we're just going to build these bad boys. And see, I like to do the 2. I don't know what the purpose of doing the 2 is anywhere else, but I like to do the 2 because I'm a sloppy eater. So I take my 2 tacos and I have 4 because all the shit that drips off of it is going to fall in that second shell. And then I can just eat it. See? I can just eat it. All right, we're going to throw some of this on here. And really, we should probably let our pico like marinate and do its thing for a little while, but we're just going to go for the gusto. Why not? This is why I don't buy these little shells. You see this? You see already. And you are not like trapped with pork, you guys. You can totally do some chicken or some beef. All right, we're almost there. Woo! I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna rock a little bit of this onion here. I wanted to stay on my finger. I think it wanted to marry me. I actually had a driver tell me that earlier. I was like, hey, I'm not being too mean to you, am I? He said, are you kidding me? Last week I wanted to marry you. I'm like, careful with them words, my friend. Hold your tongue. All right. I'm just going to take a little bit of this again because I did not cut any more of this. But, you know, like, if you like cilantro, what's wrong with a little bit more cilantro, right? And I don't mind it. I didn't used to like cilantro, but now I do. Now it's pretty freaking delicious. I probably should have put them pretty onions on top, but it is what it is. It's totally fine. Rocking it with little lime pieces. Gonna take a little picture here, so I'm gonna make it all nice and pretty. First. Oh goodness, you guys, it smells so good. It smells so good. And I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of that La Victoria on there. All right. And if you guys got your favorite side item, throw it on there with that bad boy. Maybe a little street corn. I should have thought of that. Should have thought of that earlier. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I have for you guys tonight. Was easy peasy. Take advantage of your crock pot, you guys, especially as it starts to warm up. It's not going to heat your kitchen up as much. So if you have something that you know can cook for several hours that you have planned for dinner, throw it in the crock pot. There's pot roast, whole chicken, just chicken breasts, a whole freaking pork. Like, use your crock pot. Again, you're going to save on heating up your house. If you don't care about that, you do you, boo-boo. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your life. I don't have a grill right now, though, so I'm working on it. But I can't be outside grilling when I have no grill. You see what I'm saying? So I am taking advantage of what I have in my kitchen, because that's what Bare Bones Kitchen is all about. We're taking advantage of the things that we have available to us. All right. That is what I have for you tonight. Alrighty, I will see you all on Monday. I will upload YouTube videos this weekend. What else do I have? I think that's it. Thanks for showing up, you guys. Y'all keep showing up, and so do I. Have a lovely evening and a fabulous weekend. I will see you all on Monday.